अरे उज्ज्वल बढ़िया भाई बढ़िया। दो नंबर क्रॉस कंट्री दौड़ रहा है कि नहीं? हाँ भाई घर में पड़े दिन रात लगातार चल रहा है। क्यों तुम्हारा प्रॉब्लम है क्या? क्या भाई? मतलब नहीं।
Okay, you all have been muted. Okay. Now anybody needs to rename, but might as well do it quickly now if anybody needs to do it. No, it looks good today. You all are better prepared. Very good. So I'll remove that also, so lesser problems. So now, where we were. Okay. I'm going to ask one of you, okay, in chat. Can you see me? Who is that? Okay. Jatin is saying yes. You can hear me? Very good. So we are okay. Okay. What happens is some of you are saying that you want the recorded one. That is the reason I lost some time. Now, collision regulations. Let us move. We are going to move on to rule number 9. 8 we have done. Now understand it clearly, okay? Because these are supposed to be the rules you are supposed to write explanation in your language. Now first thing, let us see what is this narrow channel. Now what happens is the ships generally are going from point A to point B. Okay. Sea is an open place, it is very deep, so there is no issue, we can straightforward go A to B. Now during this course of action, you also have issues like, अरे यार इतना गोल घूम के क्यों जाने का, why can't we take shortcut? Why? Because yes, there is space between the islands, let us go through the island. So it is very logical, because in the end when you look at the ship speeds and the deviations they need to make, it's a fairly large amount of distance. So the narrow channels come in picture. Now we say narrow channel. Why? Because it has got physical restrictions. That means, for example, depth may be less, width may be less. These two are the most important factors. Width can be limited. That means it's a narrow road. It is like this. You are on, say, 8-lane highway. You have got wide things. You can go any way you like. But if you are on a narrow road anywhere, like you are going through villages, the roads there are generally narrow. So what happens is the two vehicles coming there have to be more careful, because they can't go off the road. If they try to go off the road, there will be accident, they will damage their cars. So similarly, narrow channels have got physical issues. They are natural things. And okay, you may do the dredging and all to make sure that bigger ships can pass through and all, that's fine. But they have got their physical limitations. And the next rule, what we will be doing, has got a little different concept. That is traffic separation scheme. Now, what is traffic separation scheme? It means that because the density of the traffic is very high, you need to make some special arrangement to keep it safe. It is like narrow channel is a village road with the physical limitations. The traffic separation scheme is a crowded area. It's highly crowded area, so there are special rules so that everybody can go safely. This is the difference between the two. Now, narrow channel ships are going to go. So we start with it. A vessel proceeding along the course of a narrow channel or fairway. See, narrow channel, you can see mountains and other things. It's generally you will see some physical features. Fairways are, you may not see above the water level much, but you will see underneath it is dredge channel. So that dredge channel says that the ship cannot deviate as much as she wants because of her draft restriction. She may not have enough water on sides, but that is because you have checked the depths and all. So that is fairway. Shall keep as near to the outer limit of the channel, means don't go in the middle of the channel, try to stay on the sides. Now, there is always a issue, like in India, our cars are driven on left-hand side of the road. In USA, they are driven on right-hand side of the road. So, there is a issue, which one we follow. Here, what we follow is American system. That means you drive on right-hand side. So, instead of staying in the middle of the channel, we stay as much as possible on the right-hand side, that is starboard side. As is safe and practicable, means it has to be safe and it should be practicable. You can't just say that, "Hai, utna edge pe jaunga main." You don't have to go on edge. What we do normally in narrow channels and all, if there is no traffic, we stay in the middle. If there is a traffic, we stay a little bit on the starboard side. Because in the end, I need to follow rules and regulations. I may have to alter a little bit here. You can't alter the way you alter at sea, but you can alter a little bit, you can adjust the speed, and you have to make sure you are always safe. Next is, now this is one rule is made. The ship is going to be little bit on the right hand side as is safe and practicable. Now what happened? This is the big ship, and she has to stay in this channel. Now there are smaller ones. Why? The 20 meters sailing vessel. What happens is they can move around any way they feel like. So they have been told that a vessel, sailing vessel or vessel of less than 20 meters in length shall not, this is just shall not, it's the strongest word you can use, shall not impede the passage of the vessel. Means it is like a cycle guy on the road, a handcart guy, or something very small vehicle, motorcycle. Now, if they start interfering, the truck can't go, isn't it? The truck will have problem because truck has to stay on the main road. It can't really deviate here and there. Same thing applies here. Now, passage of a vessel which can safely navigate only within a narrow channel or fairway. That means this big ship can navigate only within this narrow channel or fairway. So, what B is telling is, vessel of less than 20 meters in length or a sailing vessel shall not impede the passage of the big ship. That means, in simpler words, they will not interfere with the navigation of the big ship, which cannot do anything else. They are like, because of their size, they have got their issues. Now the next part comes. Now here we are talking sailing vessel or a vessel of less than 20 meters in length, but it is a power driven vessel. Then we have got the next one, a vessel engaged in fishing. Vessel engaged in fishing means fishing is an activity. Shall not impede passage of any other vessel. Means if you have got a 20 meters long ship or a sailing vessel, the vessel engaged in fishing will not impede their passage along with the big ship. So, vessel engaged in fishing will not interfere with any other vehicle using I'm using word vehicle, otherwise you can use word vessel, but any other vessel navigating within narrow channel means fishing vessels must keep clear of everybody else. Vessels of less than 20 meters in length and a sailing vessel must keep clear of the big ship. Now, the interesting part comes here because this is a regular misunderstanding. It doesn't tell anywhere in this ABC that vessel of less than 20 meters in length or sailing vessel shall not operate in narrow channel. See, this is the mistake which I found very, very regularly done by people who have come back from sea life. It's they think that they are not allowed. No, that is wrong. Everybody is allowed to use narrow channel. It is only the restriction is they will not interfere with the big one and allow the safe passage for a big ship because they have got no other resource. Okay, just a minute. I am going to switch on some lights here. Okay. Same way, narrow channel, you can expect vessels engaged in fishing. You have to expect because after all, fish is caught in shallow waters. So they will be around. Only rule is that they will not impede passage of any other vessel navigating within narrow channel or fairway. So this clarity has to be there. You can expect to see every type of ship there, but they shall not interfere with your big ship. Next part, we move on. Now, vessel shall not cross narrow channel or fairway. Now, here a vessel can be anything. It can be more than 20 meters. It can be bigger size. And it is possible, like when you go to, say, Mumbai harbor, there is a fairway. That is like narrow channel fairway in the harbor. And you can expect crossing movements. Why? Because there are others, like suppose the draft in the channel is say 14 meters, but there are ships with the draft of 9 meters and they need to cross the channel. So all those ones also come around. Now here the rule is telling you what a vessel shall not cross narrow channel or fairway if such crossing impedes the safe passage, means passage of a vessel which can safely navigate only within such channel or fairway. This means I must make sure that I adjust myself if I am a smaller one. I want to cross the channel, fine, but I will not impede the one who has to. 1 minute, I will come back to you. It means that I have to adjust myself to ensure that I am not impeding passage of a big one. Means the smaller one has to keep clear. He has to wait, allow other to go, and then only you cross. They have to wait. This is the main thing. Now, the vessel which is a big ship, which cannot go out of the channel, may use sound signal prescribed in 34D, that is 5-shot rapid blast, if there is a doubt about intention of the crossing vessel, because it always happens. The judgments are different. A smaller one may have far better judgment that they can cross, but the bigger one can have doubts that whether they can cross or no. And another problem comes, suppose somebody is crossing my ship and I'm a big ship. Suddenly that guy's engine fails and then he might be a dead duck in front of me. So I should have sufficient time. So these are the typical dangers which are involved. So in case there is a doubt, we always give 5-shot and rapid blast to just attract their attention, and once you give this blast, other ones are wondering that why are you okay? That means there is a doubt. So action can be taken. Now, okay, I'll just pause it here and let me see what Nikhil wants. 1 minute, or let me see it chatting. Okay, by mistake it was fine, no problem. We move on. Okay, so that is the crossing part. That means, in simple words, nobody should cross and create a dangerous situation, which we see in day-to-day life on the roads also. So our roads also we see this action, and we keep on cursing the guy, motorcycle guy. If you are driving in a car, we use all the choice word BCMCs and all, because then that happens in Pune and all. That is exactly same thing. Only learn to sort of a link with what we are talking about ships and what actually happens on the roads. They're quite similar. Now, if it is a narrow channel, there is a issue. Suppose your ship is slower, my ship is faster. I want to overtake you. Now, this is a very natural thing. I want to overtake. So, in a narrow channel of airway, overtaking can take place only if the vessel to be overtaken has to take action required. Now, here, see the wording. Okay, this wording is has to take action to permit safe passing. Action is the word. This is the word. Action. So it has to be a physical action to permit safe passing. It is not just jao. It is like, when you are driving on the roads or you are traveling on the road, you find the trucks have written side will be given. They have got very fancy way of describing it. Horn please, and so on. But what they tell you, what is the standard process? Either I flash my light or I honk and tell him that I want to overtake. And then what that guy shows, normally earlier days, one hand used to be out and he is waving the hand. And then he will move little bit on left when he sees everything is clear, and he will show you hand like this. So that there was a communication system that, okay, now you go. Why? Now road is clear, you can overtake me. So, same thing we are applying here in a little bit different way. Here, say your ship is slower, mine is fast. So, I must indicate my intention that I want to overtake you. Because otherwise, how will I? Okay, today means for last 30 years, 35 years, 40 years, we have been talking on VHF sets, and most of the time this situation comes with pilot on board. So you talk to that ship and tell her I want to overtake and all like that. But otherwise, leave that VHF out of it right now. He will give appropriate sound signal. Okay, those are two prolonged blasts followed by a short blast, means tells you I want to overtake you from starboard. If it is too prolonged, too short, then I want to overtake you from port. So that is what 34C1 and 2. Now, two part comes here. Now, I have given you signal that I want to overtake. This is my intention. But I need your permission to overtake. Permission may be little strong word, but it is correct word. I cannot overtake you unless you agree with me. You may not agree with me at that stage because you know the risk involved. I may not be aware of the risk involved because in narrow channels, when there is a water depth issue, ships do behave in a peculiar manner. So a narrow channel is not necessarily of the fixed width. The width can vary. Width can be, some places maybe, let's say 100 meters, some places maybe 200 meters, and it depends on the channel. So what happens is, I have indicated that I want to overtake. Now, if you are in agreement, you will say, okay, Charlie, that is the signal you are supposed to know. Charlie, da did. You say, okay, you can overtake me, all clear. But this is what you have told me what is more important is you must take steps to permit safe passing. Now these steps are like this. One is you will move little bit more to the left. If I am going to overtake you from the right, means starboard side, you will see if you can move maybe 25-30 meters more to left. Possible, you will move little bit, and generally you will reduce your speed. The reason you reduce your speed is because then overtaking can happen quickly. Instead of taking say 3 minutes to overtake, if you reduce your speed, because then the relative speed will be more. Say you were doing say 10 knots. Now you will reduce speed to maybe 6 knots. And I will not increase my speed. I will keep my safe speed. But now what happens is the relative speed has increased because you have reduced your speed. So overtaking will take maybe 1 minute, 2 minutes maximum, like that. So the time where our heart is in mouth, the tension comes, na, अरे कभी हो जाएगा, जल्दी होने दो. That is what we reduce that period. The risk period, we bring it down. And so these two things are compulsory. If in agreement, sound a signal, that is Charlie, and take steps. It doesn't stop only agreement, you give Charlie and that's okay. No. You have to take steps to permit safe passing. Now, if you still have a doubt, you can give me the same signal 34D 5 short rapid blast. What are you doing? That is a normal thing. And suppose you are not in agreement. Another question which a lot of times is asked. If you are not in agreement, what do? Well, you are not in agreement. You don't say yes. You don't say anything. You don't say anything means it is no. Okay? So there is a yes is defined, but no is not defined. So you are not saying no. You just don't answer. Just ignore. Okay? This is how you look at this rule. Now, very important thing is, this rule does not, this rule does not relieve overtaking vessel of her obligation under Rule 13. Now that rule we will be doing, but right now we just remember one part. Overtaking vessel is responsible for all the action, and she has to keep clear of the vessel being overtaken. So all the responsibility lies with overtaking vessel. She has got obligation, she must keep clear. And that is what it says. You are doing just because there is an agreement here. This is the agreement that you have agreed that I can overtake you. It does not mean my responsibility is over. My responsibility remains same as given under Rule 13. Next part. A vessel nearing a bend or an area of narrow channel fairway where other vessels may be obscured by obstructions will navigate with caution, alertness, caution, and sound appropriate signal 34E. That appropriate signal in 34E is one prolonged blast. Okay? I will go there. I think it's one prolonged blast. Now I am having a doubt in mind. Yeah. here. Okay, here one prolonged blast. This is the same thing what we do when we are driving, right? When we are driving on the road, if there is a big bend and you can't see that side, what we do, we go very carefully, we slow down. As they say, we look and we go in that direction on the road. But we also honk. तो दूसरे साइड में if somebody is there, he will also honk. That means, I am there. Be careful. We can't see each other, but we know the presence of each other. That is the reason what we do is we give one prolonged blast. I give a one prolonged blast. Suppose you are around the bend. You hear me, you will also give a one prolonged blast. That means I am more careful now that there is something, and I will slow down further and make sure that we don't collide with each other, because it should not be suddenly guy has come and there is accident. This happens on road all the time, so we are aware of it. Now the next part. Any vessel, here, A or any vessel is all same. Now, any vessel shall, if the circumstances of the case admit, avoid anchoring in a narrow channel. Now, this is very important one, because this is another confusion I have noticed over the years. Any vessel, okay, means it may be fishing vessel, sailing vessel, normal power driven vessel, a big ship or a small ship, whatever it is. If the situation permits, shall avoid anchoring in narrow channel. Now, what is the problem here is, suppose you are in narrow channel and suddenly you have engine failure or steering failure, whatever it may be. Some emergency has come. That means you will not be able to maneuver the ship the way you need to do. So, what happens is, you have to anchor. Now, if you are a deep drafted one and you are restricted by physical limitations of the channel, narrow channel, you will have to just drop anchor and hope for the best. But that is because the circumstances are like that. But suppose I need to anchor. Generally, there will be spots given where one can anchor. Like say, a ship, maybe about 30 meter, 40 meter long. She can anchor outside the channel, no? Why should she block the channel? So here, anchoring is permitted. But idea is, just because anchoring is permitted doesn't mean you misuse it. You avoid anchoring in a channel. Why? You don't want to create obstructions for others. That is, it's like parking your car in the middle of the road. Correct? I know it happens in most of the parts of India, but you can't park car in the middle of the road, isn't it? You always move it on the side and park the car. Similarly, circumstances of the case admit, avoid anchoring in a narrow channel. Equivalent on the road, right in the middle of the road your car gets punctured. That doesn't mean you stop there. What you try to do is you move slowly to the left, park the car and then change your tire. Similarly here, okay. Now, the thing about narrow channel, like I explained you, it is because of physical limitations. There are a lot of narrow channels. You will not see another ship only. Straight Messina and all, where there are strong currents also. But there are places where there is no traffic. Some places narrow channel also has traffic. Some places the narrow channel traffic is only local traffic. Why? Because it is, let's say, tourist area, and ships have to go through. All possible. Fairway, generally fairways are more controlled than narrow channels. Narrow channels depends, means like for example, if you are using Megalens Strait, that is to avoid going around the Cape Horn in South America. It's a 24-hour passage. So it's a different thing. But physical limitations are there, that's why it's a narrow channel. And you can expect everything as usual there. You do not get special privilege because you are following narrow channel. Privilege means you cannot bypass the rules. Yes, you can't move out of the channel. Agreed. That means you cannot alter your course. But you can alter your speed, no? To avoid collision. And knowing this, the smaller ones have been told, don't come in the middle. It is like when you are playing, for example, in your society, game of cricket. What is the rule? When the car, nothing is moving, you play the way you want to play. Right? You put your stumps there, you play. But when the car comes, what do? You move out of the way, you move stumps out of the way, allow car to pass, then you come back and start playing again. That is exactly what happens in narrow channel. I think that is the clearest explanation I can give. Now, it is, believe me, it is one of the difficult things for the smaller ones to judge. Smaller ones can judge far better than the bigger ship, because bigger ship we got blind sectors, we are very big, we get more worried, if that guy bangs with me, and collision can happen and so on. But the smaller ones generally have got much better perception of the risk involved. Again, major thing is, small guy banging with a big ship is going to perish himself. So they are more careful. But we must understand what rule doesn't give you any special privilege. Now, this is one part. Okay. This is being followed in many ports. This is just one example. What they do is, this is a creation of a dynamic zone. That means, around my ship, there is a bubble-like thing, assume, and nobody is allowed to breach. Why? To reduce the tension on my head and making, because if I make a mistake in judging somebody and in trying to save a small craft, I may create a very big damage and cause a very big pollution. That is the reason. These are the changes which are coming over the years. Like this dynamic zone is created, moving prohibited zone. Nobody is allowed to come close to the big ship when they are moving. So we finish here. Now, I don't want to go to the next rule, even though it's a similar, it will be too fast. So, now how many of you have taken the test? You have been taking test or no? How many of you have taken the ROR test? And also, I don't see now ROR, your homework. Take the test. Now, don't worry about the result. This is all practice test. I am not using these results to hold you that you don't know this. No. They are tough tests. I am not denying it either. But when you take the test, you make the mistake. When you finish the test, you also get feedback telling you what answer you gave, what is the correct answer. Yes, there may be an odd case where you are right and I have put the answer that is probably wrong, but there may be an odd case because there are about 1400 and odd questions, and that deals with. And don't worry, even if you get some of the issues with the test, don't bother about it. Okay, some of you may have because I was doing certain things. And your other assignments, SOT, start moving to the next question. Because some of you are reached 12, some of you are still struggling on 7, 8. But just continue regularly. Now, ROR, we will need, now see, we are doing 1. Maybe next week we will do 2 ROR. and we will move through all the way to 19. Rest of them we have done earlier. Remember, we started off with those rules first to get, so it's not that much of a time now. And conditions here right now are same. Okay, Jaswinder has done assignments, fine, but you continue. There are more assignments, no? SOT, you have to finish that big questionnaire. There is a very big one, list of questions. You are doing right now only, I think, 3 and 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. I told you wait for flags, which will cover up next week, flags. And Vivek, all rules are important. There is nothing like this is important, that is important. I know there is anxiety about the rules because you hear a lot about them, but you have to do all. Now, I have sent you your syllabus, which is very, very specific, definitions, word by word, and you have to explain in your language rule number so and so to rule number so and so. Those ones, that is the reason I want you to do tests so that you will understand meaning of the words correctly and you can explain it correctly. Those explanations are required. The mugging up is mugging up, that you cannot help it. Then, what else we have got here now? In chatting, you have got, okay, 74 guys are here. And recording, I am still struggling little bit about this recording, but I will have it. So that I'm just looking at it, whether I should put on a Google or something. The file size is little too large, but I will be keeping all the records, the lecture records. So you will be okay. You can revisit it again. Okay, Rehan, what is it? Yes, all the questions I have given you about 4 pages, 5 pages, whatever it is. Okay, from that only you have to do it, all the SOT. If you do that, I am quite sure you are not going to look at less than 95%, because earlier batches have proved it, and you all are going to break the record of 90. They all have reached 89. Okay, and here the situation is same as I think tomorrow we will be opening in Talegaon. Today and yesterday was closed day, and let's see how it moves. But I got a feeling another 25, 1 month. How, Jaswinder, you are getting only 3 assignment? Assignment is a loosely used word here. Huh? I have given you questions, important questions, which you have to cover up completely, SOT as well as ROR. So ROR also, you just go through. I have given you some. See, definitions, first practice definitions to write it perfectly word by word. Okay. And once you can do it one time, then you can put it on a back burner because you will have to redo it before exams anyway. And then go through ROR and other rules. You explain the rule in proper words. And then if you have got a sibling or anybody, ask them to ask you questions on that, no? Then you will be okay. Now, I think we are okay. We have got 10 minutes to go still. And I think some of you are hungry. Okay, I will unmute you all. And okay. Okay. Some guys have done very well. Huh? I have mentioned it with ROR tests. Okay, and afterwards I'll just decide how to share the lecture. Okay, so I will let you go now. I will end meeting.